one day out of the blue, he called. Yeah, he called. He didn't have any money and he needed some help. And people, you know the story. So at first, you know, you have this resentment in you, so you're not responding. I'm thinking to myself, this man who just threw me out on the street, never cared if I was eating, where I was sleeping, or I was still in school. I just finished 4th form. It was a summer before I went to 5th form. I was going to do my exams that year in 5th form. And it never mattered to him. I was 15 years old, actually. And I decided, you know, I ignore this man. I mean, he doesn't have the right to be calling me now, you know, at this stage. Anyway, my second daughter grandfather, said, Claudia, just go and give me one check, man. See if you can make bygones be bygones. And of course I went to where he was living. I realized that he really didn't have anything. I mean, by now he had squandered all his money, whether on drinking, gambling, or women, or whatever men do with their money. And it was so painful to see him in that condition, you know, living in a board house, now an old man, back to pit toilet stage. And I thought, looks like I'm going to have to build this man a house. I was thinking that. I was saying, gosh, I'm going to have to build him a house. You know what I mean? Because, of course, by this time I had bought my house and buy other house and whatever. I was really into the house thing by then. And I actually started. I got the estimate. I took a contract up there and I said, how much to do this? Because that contractor was actually doing a house for me. He was building a house for me at the time. And I took him up there and him tell me, work it out and everything. And him said, Miss D, this is it. You didn't even have proper roads to go up there. So we would have to get a tractor to carry the material or get men to actually walk with borrow to carry the blocks and everything. Because he never had a proper road to even get to where he had his board house. I realized that he didn't have any electricity either. It was disconnected. So I had to sort out that, get my GPS to connect the light, and then I started paying the electricity bill. But you know, I'm still thinking of building this house. And I said to myself, well, Claudia, I preach every day, don't build on dead left land with no, because he had gone back to his people, right? Land. But he never had a title, he didn't own it. So I'm thinking, no, you got to back out how much million to go put up house and you don't even have a title. So I remember I actually started looking for property in the area to buy. Yeah, I looked at about 2 or 3 properties to buy in the area and then decided, no, I didn't like the road to go up there because we had to turn off at the bridge. The road was narrow, the road was bad and everything. I said, no, Claudia, this is too much. Too much. Then I bought a piece of land out in the same place out in the country. He was in St. Mary. I bought a land in St. Mary. I remember I took him there, I picked him up, I took him there and I said, I can build you a house here, son. And you come here, son, and live. Light, water, everything was there. Then near to town to him can walk, go buy what he want. Him said, no, I don't want to live there, son. I even bought a piece of land in Mandeville. So even one time when he called me, I said, I can either build a house in St. Mary or I build a house in Mandeville. Because I had a piece of land in Mandeville as well. He said no. Because he didn't know anybody and he never want to move or whatever. I said to myself, you know, I can't take him out of his suffering, you know. Whatever he did that he has to atone for now, he's going to have to bear his own pain. No matter what I do for him now, I can't bear the pain for him. And that's the truth. We can't bear the pain for you or anybody. I can't bear it for my children. So if they do something and they have to feel the consequences of that, then they'll have to bear their own pain. So I couldn't, you know. Then I decided that, okay, Claudia, if he doesn't want to leave, then I'm not gonna force him. I'm not gonna build anything there. I think I subsequently I'll sell one of the lands already, and I sold back the one in St. Mary because he said he wasn't going there, so I didn't need the land anymore. He said he wanted a Falco, so I sent the money. He got the material. He built up the Falco. Wanted some layers and some, what you call those, livestock chicken, those chicken. And I remember buying the chicken too from broilers and carrying them up there. I don't even like chickens, guys. I remember one time I have them in my living room because I couldn't reach up the day because it rained. But I gave him the chickens, and he killed the chickens and was, doing him little thing, and got him the layers, and him come one day. I said, layers not laying. I said, maybe they're just resting, you know what I mean? I said, no, them not laying or whatever. Then I said, okay, well, got him still have the feeding, so I'm good feed them. Then him come one day, I said, him kill the layer. So I said, so how you kill the layer? How you kill the layer? Isn't the layer to lay the egg so that you can sell the egg? So how you kill the means of production? Of course, me taught I go university, so I know about them something. So I said, how you kill the means of production? Then hear him to me now, but I never tell me this, I hear him. And say, when me kill the layer egg, baby egg in the layer, I say, what? No, again, me look at him different. They say, no, again, I remember again, him call me, say, I do him chicken business. Chicken them start, the fowl, the hen them start lay back, so I do him thing. Him call me, say, some man a come through with some coconut seedlings. 50 of them. So I say, buy them, no problem. So him buy them, I send back the money. Him need man over plant it. So I send money again and him plant them. Then when I send money for plant them, call me again, hear him. Claudia, say around the coconut them tree them need for bush out. I say, what? Someone say, so why you don't bush them out? Boy, will you put work, too much work. I say, listen to me, man. You can't bush one a day. Push one today, one tomorrow, one the next day. After 50 days pass, you go back to number one. Man, no bush them. So, of course, them then one day I go up there, I see the thing them. In a pure bush, I was livid. I say, imagine you call me, you make me spend my money, the man come and put them down, and you couldn't go with a machete. One, and clear it. I'm say to myself, can't take nobody out of them suffering. That's something else I learned. You have to bear your own consequences, right? So then one day I got a call that he had collapsed in his backyard. He was in the yard the entire night. Nobody found him until the next day, about midday, I understand. So he was there the entire night. When they found him, they took him to the hospital. It's actually when they were at the hospital that they got through to me. So I left Kingston, went to St. Mary, and he had suffered a stroke. So he was out in the yard all night alone. He had gotten a stroke. I remember when he's on the bed, he kept asking me for pork. Of all the things, he was asking for pork. He then, so I spoke to the doctor. The doctor said, yes, he got a stroke, and they discharged him maybe, called me about a week later, and they discharged him. So I had to make the arrangements now, because I'm saying he cannot go back to that house on his own. Remember, the toilet facilities and those things not convenient. So I made the arrangements for him to go to a nursing home. So I was prepared now to pay the monthly money for the nursing home that was now going to fall on me. Arrange for him to be collected and taken to the nursing home. And the lady, the nurse, said no, she couldn't take him because he wasn't eating. She didn't understand why the hospital discharged him, because he couldn't swallow. So I guess with the stroke and all of that, they didn't ensure that he had recovered fully from the stroke, or maybe they knew that he wasn't going to recover. And she said, no, he has to go back to the hospital. So I took him back to the hospital. They admitted him again. And I remember go and look for him. He was totally unconscious. He never came back around. They asked for x-ray of the brain, paid for that. Anything they asked for, I paid for it. I'm thinking, is he going to recover? Because by this time he was unconscious. He was unconscious for maybe about a week. And then I got the call that he had passed away. So, how did I feel? It was maybe because the day when he threw me out of that house, I'd already known that I was not going to come back and ask for anything. I also wasn't going to allow myself to feel anything. That chapter was already closed for me, and there was nothing that was going to open it again. So I made the arrangements. I called my brother, and I told him that I would prefer to do a cremation, because by this time it was only my brother and myself that he would have had. He didn't have anybody else. Because even though he lived back in his community, he wasn't that close to anybody in the community. He didn't allow himself to get close to anybody. So he agreed to the cremation. And I ordered the cremation. And that was it. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to my story. And remember, this is my step-by-step series. So I'm going to summarize in the next video some of the lessons I learned from my father. See you in the next video.